Hey guys, I'm really excited today to present you guys the Europa Clipper mission, which is also known as the milestone project designed by NASA that is currently primary objective is to conduct detailed reconnaissance of Jupiter's moon Europa. And today I'm going to introduce some of the key details of the exciting mission, some of the spacecraft features, as well as its core scientific objectives. Without further ado, let's get into it. First, the two main purpose and goals of the Europa Clippers. First, Europa Clipper aims to determine whether Europa, an icy moon, has environments suitable for life to exist, so determining the habitability of Europa. Second, it will focus on understanding the moon's composition, geology, and the nature of its subsurface ocean. And how exactly does it plan to do so? This leads us to our second slide, spacecraft features. So shown here in the graphic here is a baseline scientific instrument graphic which showcases a uh, typical instrument composition of a spacecraft on a mission. And on this picture, it shows a more catered and more detailed graphic of Europa Clippers composition and features. So it's noteworthy that Europa Clipper is solely robotic and solar powered. As you can see, there's a huge solar panel right here that powers the movement of Europa Clipper. Also has its unique Europa imaging system, also known as the EIS. As you can see here, it consists of wide angle camera and narrow angle camera. It's both equipped with 8 megapixel sensors, so really high definition sensors. It produces high resolution color and stereoscopic images of Europa's surface, so we can capture a better image and view of what Europa Clipper looks like. So it studies geologic activity, measures surface elevations, and provides context for other instruments, as we mentioned in the previous slide over here in purpose and goals. Europa Clipper also has its thermal emission imaging system, also known as ETHEMIS, as we can see right here. So it utilizes infrared light to distinguish warmer regions on Europa, identifies areas where warm liquid water may be near the surface or has erupted under the surface. So science of water is always an important indicator of whether life exists or not on the planet. So Europa Clipper is definitely looking for traces of water. Last but not least, measure the surface texture to understand small-scale properties of the surface. Third instrument that Europa Clipper has is the Europa Ultraviolet Spectrograph, also known as the Europa UVS, as we can see here. It collects ultraviolet light using a telescope, help determine the composition of Europa's atmospheric gases and surface material. So it does this in conjunction with the MASPX MASPEX, which is the mass spectrometer of Europa Clipper, which also helps to analyze gas in Europa's environment and measures the mass to charge ratio of gas molecules, which provides insights into the moon's atmospheric composition. And once again, I'd like to reiterate the importance of measuring the gas composition and atmosphere. Indicators whether Europe has a lot of greenhouse gas could tell us whether it's really habitable or is really too hot to live in. So measuring the atmospheric composition is also an important indicator of whether life exists on the planet. And last but not least, Europa has this surface dust analyzer, also known as SUDA, which, by its name is pretty intuitive, examines dust particles on Europa's surface and provides information about surface properties and potential interactions with the moon's environment. So, all of this leads to this core scientific objective, which is there are three components to it. First, ice shell and ocean. So Europa Clipper will study the moon's icy shell and the ocean beneath it. Scientists really want to understand the thickness of the ice and the properties of the subsurface ocean. And secondly, the composition of geology. The mission, using the previous instruments introduced in this slide, want to analyze Europa's surface composition and study its geological features. And last but not least, but most importantly, the potential for life. By investigating these aspects, Europa Clipper really make a comprehensive assessment of whether the conditions in Europa's surface could really support life. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you.